back to Moby's Kitchen, and today we're gonna make homemade pizza using the pre-baked ciabatta roll from the bakery at the grocery store. So we're gonna make homemade sauce, we're gonna put our homemade toppings on it, we're gonna get creative, but we're not gonna have to make dough, and I think it's gonna come out really good. I've made stuff like this, but not this exact recipe, so we're going on another cooking adventure. And what I'm trying to do is make something really fresh and delicious and like authentic Italian tasting without all of the extra work. I'm trying to simplify it. It's a Sunday night here and we wanna just have a nice little Sunday pizza dinner. So let's start with our ingredients. First step, pour yourself a glass of red wine. I can't think of any better recipe than fresh pizza with some red wine. So pour that, get that ready to go. We're gonna have some hot honey. This is an optional drizzle you can put on the end. Of course, extra virgin olive oil. We have some of these cherry tomatoes here. We have an entire bulb of garlic. We've got some fresh diced pancetta. We've got some fresh sliced pepperoni. Of course, my favorite Pecorino Romano cheese. This is imported from Italy. Get the good stuff here. Then we have some mozzarella, some sliced mozzarella. So this is like the real mozzarella, not the like shredded stuff. And then we have fresh basil. We have, once again, I like getting the Italian brands. This is Mutti Passata, and this is how we're gonna make our sauce. That's gonna be our base. We have optional red pepper flake. If you don't like it too spicy, then skip that step, but we like it a little spicy around here. Of course, some salt and some pepper. And then of course, the star of the show here is this ciabatta roll here that I got at the grocery store, fresh baked today. And look at that, what we're gonna do is cut that in half like this, butterfly it, and make 2 pizzas with this. But it smells really good, and I think this is gonna be a nice base for our pizza. And then I wanna talk about this, this cutting board. You haven't seen this one on the channel yet, so let me move this stuff. My best friend, Sean, made this. This is a new hobby of his. This is his first cutting board from scratch, and I just can't believe how beautiful this came out. You know, he's got the sort of, the drip cut out here. I mean, this is made with multiple pieces of wood, glued together, sanded, rubbed with oil. The workmanship here is beautiful. It's a beautiful cutting board, and his first one went to me, so I'm so proud of this. I'm gonna use it a lot on the channel. He wants me to use and abuse it, see how it holds up, and you'll see and in the coming videos. So thanks again, Sean. I know you're watching out there. This is a great one. I can't wait to keep using it. This is our first recipe with it. So let's get our oven preheated to 400 degrees for our first step. Okay, our first step here is we're gonna roast this garlic whole with some olive oil. We're gonna wrap it in foil. So what we need to do is cut this in half this way here. So you're gonna wanna kinda hover your fingers over it. You wanna cut it about right down the middle, so it's hard to see on camera here. Get a nice sharp knife. Cut it down the middle like that. We're gonna get this in the foil. Move this out of the way. We're gonna kind of make a little, wrap the foil up around it a little bit. You're gonna wrap it tight, but not to where the foil's necessarily touching the garlic, because we don't want the garlic to stick to the foil too bad. So you want a little bit of air on top of it. So we're gonna add just some olive oil here. In there. And you can kind of rub it in with your fingers, paint it on with a brush. I can just kind of get my fingers in there and rub it in, make sure it gets all in there. And what we're gonna do is just wrap this up. Let me bring it up here. Make sure it's nice and tight, airtight here. So you can see I kind of loosely wrapped it on the top. And this is gonna come out, we're gonna squeeze this out after it roasts. This is gonna go in a 400-degree oven for about 30 minutes. And we're gonna put that in a minute because we're gonna also roast our tomatoes with that. So let me get those tomatoes over here and we'll show you how to do that. Okay, we have our cherry tomatoes here on our cutting board. We're just gonna cut them in half, simply just in half, just like that. We're gonna put them on a baking pan here. Just be careful, take your time, there's no rush. I probably need to sharpen this knife, but we're gonna have to get through without it. There we go. And I'm thinking we're gonna make 2 different kinds of pizza. One's gonna have the meat on it, the pepperoni and the pancetta, and the other one, I'm thinking it's gonna be kind of a Margherita style pizza with the basil and the fresh mozzarella. So I think I'm only gonna put these cherries on the one with the meat. I mean cherry tomatoes, I should say, not cherries, but they look kind of like cherries. So probably that's gonna do it there. I think that's plenty. And then what we're gonna do is take our olive oil drizzled on here. We're gonna take our salt, a little bit on, maybe a couple teaspoons, salt to taste here. And then some pepper, a teaspoon or so of pepper. Just keep it real simple. And then we'll mix it up with our hands. Get it nice and coated in the olive oil and the salt and the pepper. All right. And then I'm gonna turn mine face down. Just like that. And then maybe spread them out just a tad on the baking sheet here. You could use a smaller baking sheet if you want, obviously. All right, perfect. All right, we're gonna see you over at the oven here and get the garlic and the the tomatoes that are soon to be roasted in the oven here. Okay, we're over at our preheated oven. Remember, we're at 400 degrees Fahrenheit on bake. We're gonna put our tomatoes in and our foil wrapped garlic here. Just find a spot for it. Now the tomatoes are gonna take probably about 15 to 20 minutes, and the garlic's probably gonna take around 30 minutes. So about half the time for the tomatoes. So set 2 timers. Set one at 15 minutes, check your tomatoes, make sure they're not burning too bad. You want a little bit of char on, but nothing too crazy. And then about 30 minutes for the garlic should do fine. Okay, we're over here at the stove and we're gonna get our pizza sauce going now. So we're gonna get our heat on medium heat. We've got our pan going here. We're going to get our Mutti puree, the passata here. This is the tomato puree. Now, I like I said, any Italian brand is gonna do here, but this seems to be my favorite. It's pretty easy to find. So we're gonna pour our whole jar in here. If we have extra, you can save it for another pizza day coming up in the next week, or for pretty much anything. You could make some chicken parmesan with it, whatever you can use sauce for. So get it all out of there. And then we're going to add a little bit of salt. I'm using kosher salt, but you could use sea salt here. Let's do about 2 teaspoons here, because there's already some salt in the actual tomato, and there's also basil in there too. So we're gonna take some pepper, some black pepper, maybe about a teaspoon and a half. And then this is an optional step to put some crushed red pepper flake in here. I like it, my family likes a little spice, so we're gonna do that. Let's do about a teaspoon of that. And then we're gonna take some fresh basil. Once again, there's basil in this already. You can actually see it, but I'm gonna throw like 3 fresh basil leaves in there. And then we're gonna add a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, maybe a tablespoon. As this heats up, we're gonna give it a stir. And we're gonna wanna bring this kind of to a slow simmer. So we're on medium, and then we'll turn it down to low heat once we start getting the simmer. And what I'm gonna do is take this jar. As you can see, there's some left. I'm gonna go over to the sink and fill up maybe up to here, maybe a quarter of the jar with some water. Okay, so we've got just a little bit of water. It's up to about this line here. Put the lid back on. I'll shake it up. All right, get that in there. Stir it up again, and once we get it to like a nice simmer, I'll show you that. It's probably going to take I don't know, it's not too crazy, as far as the amount goes. So it's probably gonna take about 5 minutes to get it up to a little slow simmer, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes, so it's time to take our tomatoes out. Kimber, watch out.
Watch out, Kimber.
We're gonna let these rest. Those are gonna go on the pizza, and then when we put the pizza in, they're gonna continue to cook too. So we just want, we want those to just kind of fall apart. We don't want them like to have a ton of bite to them. And then also we've got our sauce over here. This is simmering now, so we're gonna turn our heat to as low as it goes. Give it a little stir, and then occasionally stir this. You don't want it to just sit. So occasionally stir it. It smells amazing. As you can see, that evaporation that's happening, that's that water coming out, and that's why we add that water, not only to get everything out of the jar, but as it cooks and evaporates, if you don't put the water, it's going to get too thick, in my opinion. So this will get back to kind of the normal thickness here as it sits here and cooks, because we've got another probably 20 minutes until we start building the actual pizza. So let's keep simmering this, and we'll be right back with you. Okay, so our tomatoes have been resting here out of the oven for about 2 or 3 minutes. And as you can see, the skin's coming right off, and we want to take that off. I don't want that skin on there when we put it back on the pizza. So you literally can pinch it and it comes right off. Most of them should work that way. You might have a couple stubborn ones here and there, but as you can see, you just kind of pinch the loose skin there and it comes right off. And then we're gonna put these beautiful tomatoes right on the pizza, and that'll roast the inside part of them. So if some are being stubborn, you can't get them off at all, like, don't freak out about it. That's fine. We got enough here that will come off. Like, see that kind of sticks, give it a little shake. There we go. And there's our stubborn one. There's always, like I said, there's always one stubborn one. That's fine. We don't need that one anyway. Oh, Bobby's telling me I missed one. There we go. All right, so those are ready to go. You could get a spatula here because they kind of stick. Just kind of get under it, loosen them up. They don't have to be perfect. It's going to add some nice flavor, a nice little bite on there. And this stubborn guy, we'll put in the discard pile there. So there we go. As you can see, they have a nice little char on the other side where they're making contact with the pan. It's going to add some nice flavor to the pizza. All right, and we're cooking our sauce away, and we're waiting for our roasted garlic to be done. That's got about another 10 minutes or so, and we'll be ready to go, ready to assemble the pizzas. Okay, so we just took our garlic out of the oven. We're gonna let it rest because it's burning hot right now. Maybe about 3 or 4 minutes, just so it gets cool enough to where we can work with it. Then we're gonna squeeze that out into a bowl and kind of mix it up into somewhat of a spread. We've still got our sauce simmering away on the stovetop. And the key here is when you take your garlic out, close your oven door back up and turn your heat up to 425, because our next step is to build our pizza and get it in there, and we want it at 425. So do that, and we'll be right back with you once this garlic's ready to go. Okay, so it's time to unwrap this roasted garlic here. So I've got some gloves for this. That helps with the heat. It's like opening a Christmas present here, isn't it? Okay, as you can see, that's what it looks like. It should be nice and soft inside. And it's still pretty hot, so I think we're gonna let it sit here for another couple minutes so I can handle it. And this should squeeze right out, and we can make it kind of into a paste here to spread on our bread. All right, everyone, so I've got the hard side I practice on. I've never made this roasted garlic this way, so I practice. It's a little tricky. I think it'd be better, just full disclosure, to have a bigger garlic, like the whole garlic being a little bit larger in size. It'd be much more helpful, because as you can see, it's really thin. It's hard to get some traction here. But what I'm gonna do is try to squeeze out as much as I can. You can see it just kind of squeezes out. You wanna wait till the gloves are helping with the heat, but you wanna definitely wait a little bit until the heat comes down a little bit on it. But you can see it's coming out pretty good, but I think it'd be better with a bigger size garlic here. So we're gonna try to get out as much as we can. We don't need much, really. We're just gonna use it as kind of a little base spread. That's probably good there. Make sure you get all the stuff off your gloves. All right. And I'll be right back with you. Let me get these gloves off. I'll be right back with you. I'll show you what I'm gonna do here. Okay, so I've got my gloves off here. I'm gonna add just a tad bit of olive oil to this. And then we're gonna add just a little bit of salt, maybe half of a teaspoon. And we're gonna take our spoon, we're just gonna crush it all together. That salt will help break it down. I went through and made sure I got all the sort of paper skin out of there, but there may be a little left, and if something comes up, you just take it out. And we're just trying to get this into kind of a paste consistency. So as you can see, you don't need that much, because garlic is super strong. I'm just picturing it as kind of like a little base coat on the bread. You just kind of keep mashing it down. You know, you could use a fork too if you want. It's a little bit extra work, a little extra elbow grease here, but I think it's gonna make a lot of difference in flavor. I really do. If you don't like garlic, obviously this is probably not a step that you even need to do. Hard to believe though, I'm a huge fan of garlic, but not everybody loves garlic. So that's probably good, that'll work. All right, so let's put this aside. Get a nice bread knife here that's kind of got a serrated end. It makes it cutting the bread a million times easier. Okay, we're gonna stand this up. We wanna cut this into about 2 even-sized pieces here. All right, so let's get it started. Think about right. I think standing it up is gonna be the easiest. So about right in here gives me about 2 even-sized pieces. Take your time. You wanna move your hand once you get the knife in there. And don't rush this. You wanna make sure that you have pretty even pieces because you're making 2 pizzas with this. All right. Okay. And see, that's gonna just soak up sauce really nice. See how that when you open that ciabatta bread up, how nice it has these little holes throughout. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna start building our pizzas here. So we're gonna start with we're gonna do garlic on one. We're gonna do kind of a Margherita pizza. So the garlic's gonna go on one, and you don't need it just completely all over the place. Just kind of put it, try to spread it out as much as you can if it gets stuck in there. And we're just using it as a little extra flavor here. So this will be our pizza with meat on it. And this one's gonna be the more classic Margherita style pizza, so. All right, that's good. We've got some extra in the spoon. Don't waste any of it. It's all good. Okay. There we go. And then we're gonna take our sauce here. As you can see, here's our consistency. It thickened up quite a bit, you know, as we simmered it. It's probably been simmering for about 40 minutes here as we finished everything else. And that's a perfect consistency in my opinion. So we'll start on this side here. Get a little sauce. Now we like sauce in this family. You can sauce it as much as you want. Let's start with that and then use the back of the spoon to kind of spread it on, and you can see it just drinks it in. But if you put too much, it can kind of sometimes over soggy your pizza, and you don't want that. Put maybe another half a spoonful, and that'd probably be good. All right, and then while we're at it, let's get the sauce on the Margherita style pizza too. The sauce smells amazing. What do you think, Bobby? Can you smell it from there?
I think Kimber likes it.
Yeah, Kimber definitely likes it as usual.
But it does smell good. Really good.
You can really smell the basil in it, you know? All right. That's good. Okay, and then what I'm gonna do is take our Pecorino Romano. I'm putting this on both because, as you all know, I love this stuff. We'll do a little base coat of this. This is salty too, so once again, you don't need to add a ton of salt to that sauce, and that's why we kept it real simple. All right. And what we're gonna do is take our fresh sliced mozzarella. We're gonna do both pizzas with this. I know Bobby's getting excited. I think pizza's her favorite food, if I'm not mistaken. It's
definitely one of them.
Pretty up there, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. And then let's go over here and we will lay some of our fresh pepperoni. All right, and then some of our pancetta. Sprinkle that on top. Pancetta, if you've never had it, it's kind of like, it's uncured bacon, basically. It's like an Italian bacon. And to me, on a pizza, it goes really good. Bacon's good too, don't get me wrong. I love bacon. You could use bacon here. You can do anything. You could do Italian sausage. You could put onions. You could do peppers. You can get creative here. This is just what we're doing today. All right, and then remember, we've got our roasted tomatoes. So let's sprinkle those on there. You know, originally I was just gonna put these on this pizza and not the margherita pizza. What do you think, Bobby? What do you want to do? Should we add them to the margherita pizza or just stick with this one and keep this very traditional?
I mean, I don't think it would be bad.
Okay, let's put a few on there. We've got a little left here.
Why not?
Spread them out. All right. And then here's the thing. Let me rinse my hands real quick. Kimber is laying on my foot, man. She loves pizza too, I think, Bobby.
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna do here is fresh basil goes on this, but I found that it's not good to put the fresh basil on like right away because it shrivels up, it burns, and you don't even taste it. So maybe the last minute of cooking the pizza, we're gonna put the fresh basil on there and finish it in the oven. But for now, we're just gonna do a little light drizzle of olive oil on both pizzas. All right, and then, you know me, I'm gonna finish with a little Pecorino Romano now too. Just a light coat, because we might put some fresh on there too. That'll help kind of bring everything together. Light coat. All right, and then we're gonna get these on a baking pan. We've got a lightly oiled baking pan over here. As you can see, I just used the spray olive oil, but you could rub it on there too if you prefer that kind. All right, take our pizza here. Pizza number 1. Pizza number 2. Those look already good right now. And then we're gonna put these in the oven at our 425 degree heat. This is 425 Fahrenheit. We're gonna put these in for about, well, probably 10 to 15 minutes, and then we're gonna check them and I'll let you know if we have to go longer than that. Okay, so I've got our basil here. We've been cooking for 20 minutes on 425. Look at these pizzas, they look so good. So let's get this pulled out just a tad. We're gonna add our basil for the next 1 to 2 minutes here. Bobby likes a lot of basil, so we're not gonna be shy.
It shrinks up really small anyway. So.
Yeah, it does. All right. Okay. We're gonna push this back in for about 1 to 2 more minutes. Okay, so you know what time it is. Look how beautiful these pizzas look. So much better than making a frozen pizza, in my opinion. Very fresh ingredients. It smells amazing. And you know I'm gonna add some more Pecorino Romano on both. Fresh on top. And then on our meat pizza, I'm gonna add some Mike's Hot Honey. I love this stuff on pizza. It goes so well. It adds a little sweetness to all the saltiness from the meats. And you just wanna do a little drizzle here. That's all you need. Okay, it's my favorite part of the video, cut and taste test time. Let's cut these up. We should hear a nice little crunch is a goal here. good to me. Do the same thing on here. This one has that more sort of oily, greasy vibe on it, which is I like on a pizza. Not everyone likes that, but like I said, be creative. Make whatever toppings you want with yours. All right. Now it's burning hot. I got to try a bite of both. We might need to let this cool for just a minute longer, and then I'll try a bite.
You mean you don't want to burn your face off?
No, I don't want to burn my face off. All right, I can't wait any longer. It's been a couple minutes here. I'm gonna try a bite of each one. So, what should I start with, Bobby? Margherita?
Okay.
All right, Margherita. Let's go for this in piece here. I like that bite. It's got a lot of basil on it.
Cheesy.
That's good. It's really good. It's hot, but it is good. I know you, Bobby, and you're gonna want to dip this in sauce. Because you love sauce. Okay, let's grab. Okay, the Margherita one's outstanding. Super good. Very basil-y. If you like basil, that's the one you want to make. Now remember, this one has that coat of roasted garlic on the bottom here. So I think that's going to add like a little edge to the bite here. And if you like meat, this is kind of our meat lovers version with a little sweet hot honey on the top and a little spice. This is probably going to be my favorite one. I think Bobby's
Mike
going to like
loves
the other one.
pancetta.
I do.
What's the verdict?
That's my favorite one. That is so good.
I'm not shocked.
So good. That garlic kind of comes through in the background, but it's not too overpowering. The sauce is just so good. It adds like that basil-y bite. It's got a lot of basil in it. And to me, basil belongs on pizza, and that, without putting fresh basil on it, just makes it so delicious. So make this at home. It's really fun. Go buy a ciabatta roll at your favorite bakery or your favorite grocery store. Make both of these. Bobby, you got to come around here and try this. We got to get you on camera trying this. You don't want to do it? She's being camera shy. Let's we can let it cool for another minute or so, and then you come around and try it.
Okay.
Want to do it?
All right.
All right. And so please like and subscribe. We're gonna have Bobby come around and try it. I'll be the cameraman here for a moment. And thanks so much for stopping by. We've got a lot of other great ideas and videos coming your way. But make this at home. It's fun. This is a Sunday afternoon, lazy Sunday, and we just wanted to have some fun in the kitchen and try something different. Bobby's gonna come around and try it. Thank you guys so much.
Okay, now it's my turn to taste test this, so here we go.
Give it a shot, Bobby. Which one are you going for first? I knew
I'm gonna do the Margherita first because I like Margherita, so.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it without the sauce first.
Yeah,
so.
we made some dipping sauce there. It's
Let's
just
go for it.
basically the sauce we put on the pizza. Good? Mm-hmm. You want to try it with the dipping sauce, or does it need it?
I don't know. It's pretty
Good without it. It's got enough, huh?
I mean, I could try it without it, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good without it. I don't really think it needs it. That was good.
All right, what
I
about
would make that.
what about the
again.
other one?
Okay. I'm just gonna go off the one you bit off of.
Okay. I took another bite off camera, by the way, if it is, you can probably tell.
Now, Mike likes pancetta a lot more than I do, but I like all the aspects of this, so I'm just gonna go for it. That was good too. Really good.
What's the verdict? What do you think your favorite one is? Hard to compare them, isn't it?
Yeah, I still love my Margherita.
Yeah.
But this one is really good. Definitely for your meat lover. And I love the garlic on that. I love roasted garlic. And I love hot honey too. So I would definitely remake this one too. It's really good. I give it 2 thumbs up.
All right.
Well, I can't give my other thumb up, but
That's good. She's just going to finish off that piece, I think.
yeah, it's really good though.
So thanks again for stopping by Moby's Kitchen, guys. Please like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments if you want Bobby to try some more food at the end, because it's always me eating it, and you know we never have Bobby in it. Maybe we could get Peyton, our daughter, involved.
We got Kimber down here.
Kimber wants to try some.
She's like, baby boy.
You just see the top of her head there. So thanks for stopping by. Once again, thank you. Please like and subscribe. We've got more videos coming your way. And let us know in the comments if you want Bobby to do some more taste tests.